Hi everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. The latest updates for the USS fleet and marine tracker is here. Okay, let's take a look at the map. So last week there is a news outlet reporting USS Abraham Lincoln have got escorted by 20 fight aircrafts from Iran, escorted out of the Strait of Hormuz, and this is not fake news. Actually, it did happen, and now the USS Abraham Lincoln is right outside of India. So it's south of Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and it's right next to India. And USS Harry Truman is right next to the border of Saudi Arabia and Yemen on the way to Strait of Hormuz, replacing USS Abraham Lincoln. So here's the map that you can compare with the previous one, so you know the exact locations of USS Abraham Lincoln and USS Harry Truman. USNI News. USNI News Fleet and Marine Tracker, December 16, year 2019. Abraham Lincoln is right next to India, south of Iran, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. USS Harry Truman is right next to Saudi Arabia. Ronald Reagan and USS America is still parked at the Japan stations. Theodore Roosevelt right next to Mexico. USS Nimitz, it looks like is right next to Washington. Then right here, USS Bhutan and USS Iwo Jima is right next to Virginia. These are the approximate positions of the U.S. Navy's deployed carrier strike groups and amphibious ready groups throughout the world as of December 16, 2019, based on Navy and public data. In cases where a CSG or ARG is conducting disaggregated operations, the chart reflects the location of the capital ship. Total U.S. Navy battle force 293. Ships underway. Deployed ships underway 45. Non-deployed ships underway 35. Total ships underway 80. Ships deployed by fleet. Fleet forces 4. Third fleet 0. Fourth Fleet 1, Fifth Fleet 21, Sixth Fleet 14, Seventh Fleet 56, total 96. In Japan, Rear Admiral Fred Kacha, commander of Expeditionary Strike Group ESG-7, right, awards the Legion of Merit to Captain Jim McGovern during a change of command ceremony in the hangar bay of amphibious assault ship USS America. Captain Richard LeBron relieved McGovern as Commodore of Amphibious Squadron 11 on December 11, year 2019. USS Ronald Reagan is in port in Yokosuka. USS America is in port in Sasebo in the Indian Ocean. Guided missile destroyer USS Farragut the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln and the guided missile cruiser USS Leyte Gulf transit through the Strait of Hormuz on December 4th, year 2019. The Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group has departed U.S. Fifth Fleet and is in the Indian Ocean, in the U.S. Seventh Fleet's area of responsibility. After 220 days in U.S. Central Command, USS Abraham Lincoln is headed east and will ultimately arrive in its new homeport of San Diego, California. Carrier Strike Group 12. An AF-18E Super Hornet attached to the Fist of the Fleet of Strike Fighter Squadron 25 approaches the flight deck to make an arrested landing aboard the aircraft's carrier USS Abraham Lincoln as the guided missile cruiser USS Leyte Gulf on December 10th U.S. Navy photo. Carrier Air Wing 7. Aviation bosun's mate, third-class Jesse Rose, operates a catapult on the flight deck of the aircraft's carrier USS Abraham Lincoln on December 13. CVW-7, based at Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia, is embarked aboard Lincoln and includes a total of 9 squadrons and detachments. Guided missile cruiser. USS Leyte Gulf sails alongside the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln on December 10th. The Navy has not announced whether USS Leyte Gulf will continue with USS Abraham Lincoln or return to home port in Norfolk, Virginia via the Mediterranean Sea. In the Red Sea, USS Harry Truman, middle, the Turkish G-class frigate TCG Gaziantep front, and the Ali Berg-class guided missile destroyer USS Ross transit in formation in the Mediterranean Sea on December 11. The Harry Truman CSG is in the Red Sea and within the Fifth Fleet area of responsibility. The CSG has taken the Abraham Lincoln CSG place in Fifth Fleet area of responsibility. This deployment will be the Truman Strike Group's second in 2 years. Carrier Strike Group 8. Sailors search for surface and air contacts during a live fire exercise on the flight deck of the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman in the Mediterranean Sea, December 10th. Carrier Air Wing 1. Logistics specialist first class Dorapi Arefifeme from Atlanta unties a cargo net during a vertical replenishment on the flight deck of the Nimitz class aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman in the Mediterranean Sea on December 12. Carrier Air Wing 1 is based at Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia, and embarked on Harry Truman. Destroyer Squadron 28. USS Ross Middle, conducts a replenishment at sea with the fast combat support ship USNS Supply Right and the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier USS Harriet Truman in the Mediterranean Sea on December 12, year 2019. USS Lesson, USS Farragut, and USS Forrest Sherman were supporting the Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group. However, they are now expected to serve as part of the Harry Truman in the Eastern Pacific. USS Theodore Roosevelt transits the Pacific Ocean on December 14, year 2019. USS Nimitz is underway off Washington State en route to its home port. USS Theodore Roosevelt is underway in the Southern California operating areas. In the Western Atlantic, USS Dreamer is currently homeported at Naval Station Mayport, Florida, May 30th, year 2019. USS Bhutan and USS Iwo Jima are underway in the Virginia Capes operating areas. In addition to these major formations, not shown are thousands of others serving in submarines, individual surface ships, aircraft squadrons, SEALs, Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Forces, CBs, Coast Guard cutters, EOD mobile units, and more serving throughout the globe. So with that said, USS Abraham Lincoln is on the way back to San Diego, but it is still within the proximity of Iran. It's just south of Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, right next to India. If anything will happen to Abraham Lincoln, it will be now, within this week. And then Harry Truman is on the way to Strait of Hormuz. If anything will happen to Truman, again, it could be this week also. We need to keep an eye on the alternative news outlet. They usually will report exactly what it is going on. And if I have any news, I will make a video and let you guys know. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.